morning on this Thursday. We're already at the 6th day of February. I was getting ready to relive the 5th again. We're glad you're out there tuned into the 2 best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. We're so happy you're here. Who are we? Well, I'm Roger B. And say hi to, yes, he is the main man, the big guy, the one who the boss has left in charge while he's away. Say hi to Rob Atkinson.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot.
What? What do you mean not saying a whole lot?
Just get a broom and push it.
You have the keys. You've got the keys. He's got the keys. Anyway, good morning. Hope you had a good drive in from the west part of the county.
A lot better than it was yesterday. No fog this morning. Good grief. Yesterday was brutal.
And what about this warmer weather in February? Man, it's pretty nice.
I think Phil lied. Phil's a liar.
Puxatawny. Well, you
that
know,
rat came out of the ground and said 6 more weeks. Well,
you see, I think, when up in Pennsylvania, yeah, you're probably going to get that. But we need to have our own little critter down here in Mississippi. We should have our own little forecaster, furry forecaster.
We could call him, it could be a possum. How about that?
Yeah, we could call him possum. That's right. That's exactly right. That's a good, we could, let's see, with groundhog, we could give a name. We could have a contest, name the weather forecasting possum. And, yeah. And he could forecast from like the middle of the road, you know. It'll be the traffic will be stopped, middle of the highway.
As I dodge another car too. Gee whiz.
Or we don't have to have furry at all. It'd just be an armadillo.
Yeah. Got my shell.
That's right. Possum on the half shell, as they like to say. Glad you're out there, folks. And, of course, big morning here. Hey, by the way, you could have a chance to win
Roses.
a dozen roses for someone special, because we're going to have I still call her our own because she did work on the team at one time,
Yeah.
Aubrey Flory. She's going to be coming in and offering that up from her business called World of Flowers.
Little early Valentine's Day gift for you folks.
That's a good name for a business, World of.
Yeah.
You could do that with just about anything,
The
couldn't you?
World of Flowers.
You could have, there used to be Food World, but I guess you could have World of Food for a grocery store.
Yeah.
If you had, I don't know, bolts and hardware, you could be World of Bolts or something.
As long as it's local.
That's right, local. If you had a bar, it'd be World of Beer.
World of Beer.
I like it. Anyway, World of Flowers, that's the main thing we want to talk about. So, yeah, she'll be stopping by in the 8 o'clock hour. We'll be talking about Valentine's Day and all that good thing. And maybe the high price of flowers from Colombia.
Oh, yeah. How has that affected everything?
Yeah, we can find that out. And,
we're all crying.
and of course, this is the birthday of one of my favorite, well, actually the first president I ever voted for, Ronald Reagan.
Ronnie Reagan.
First opportunity I had to vote was for president was Ronald Reagan, and I happily cast my ballot for that gentleman.
Wow, you look at this, you look at that time there with Ronald Reagan, and now you look at this time with Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting comparisons between the two.
Donald Trump is it's almost like Ronald Reagan's ruffian brother, you know. It's like he was the one who was street smart, street raised.
You know, the thing about it is we're gonna do this the tough way is why we're gonna do it.
Now my brother Ronnie would be very nice about this, but I'll just tell you right now, we're going to close this Department of Education. We're going to shut it down.
And girls will not be playing sports with men. It's not going to happen.
Wasn't that great to see? And isn't it sad that we're in a culture and society
that you got to do that
where this has to happen?
Yeah.
We make a law that says men can't compete in women's sports. Oh, really now? Okay, there you go. However, women can still play golf with men, okay? Just so you know. All right, let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian. How are you doing today? I'm talking about if you go out on the golf course. They have women's tees, so you're all good.
Yeah,
they adjust for that. I know where the women's tees are because I rarely drive past them. All right, let's take a phone call. Good morning.
Well, Well, I wondered if you was going to talk about them women's tees.
You know, the rule in golf, if you can't drive the ball past the women's tee, you got to drop your pants. That's just, it's always embarrassing to do
Oh, my gosh. Well, I never had to drop my pants, but I used to golf, and I finally discovered my problem.
that. Yes?
I was standing too close to the ball
Standing too
after
close.
I hit it.
Yeah. 4.
That's a good one, Jimmy. That's a good one.
Let me tell you guys, I enjoyed listening to the Galloping Gourmet yesterday,
The Galloping Gourmet.
a.k.a. Has.
Oh, yes.
Talking
yes.
about the breakfast and the pancake jubilee.
Gosh, I went and got my plate at the Kentucky Ham Mill yesterday. Oh, good stuff.
I bet you weren't the only one there.
Yeah.
Was there a crowd?
It was a crowd.
I bet you don't remember when they first started that, when Ms. Apperson and I believe Ms. Brown used to go to Kentucky and get those hams and bring them back after Dr. Apperson came down this way.
Well, not many of us go back to the Teddy Roosevelt era like you, sir.
Yeah, well, I've been carbon dated, and so
Yeah, they asked me yesterday, you want some of that red-eye gravy? And I'm like, yeah. I said, yeah.
just tell me how much.
Yeah, just pour it in a gallon. I'll be good to go.
But Has makes some mighty good points when he calls in. I'm going to tell you what now. Ain't no doubt about it.
But, Jimmy, isn't it sad, though? We were just talking about the women in sports deal. We're sitting here in 2025, and he's having to sign an executive order, the most common sense thing we're having to tackle here in this day
And we're making a
age.
declaration that there are only two genders.
Exactly. We're having to do this. I mean, really.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But those are not the only things that are crazy about this world today. And when you have to straighten things out, a lot of people get mad. A lot of people might get hurt, but it has to be done. So I say, stick to the course, stay the course, get it done, and let's keep it done. Because we know that if
go ahead.
somebody can come in after him and reverse it like he did the last time and put us in the mess we were in the last 4 years.
That's why we got to hope that Vice President Vance has a good chance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now,
I think that's one reason Trump selected him, and I think they're grooming him, and I think so far he's looking mighty good in that position.
So I'm wondering, you talk about the ire of the Democrats, and take away the fact that they're just, they're the opposing team, so they're supposed to oppose things. But the rebellion that they're having against this, let's think about it. Where does most of this slush fund that they have built, where does it? To whom does it go to? Their interest, the Democrats, and of course they're upset that this is going to be taken away. He's dipping into our slush fund here.
Well, not only our slush fund, Roger, but just taxpayer money out of the budget are going to these crazy things. And
we saw the definition of crazy this morning when on the news when you're talking about you have the I mean get this little paradigm right here. You have the Governor of California, who is no secret that he is vehemently opposed to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is vehemently opposed to him. And he's in Washington asking for federal funds for California. And California legislature is proposing a $50 million program to fight and Trump-proof their state.
Well, all I can say is that governor of California is crazy, and he's got better sense than to go to Washington right now and ask for funds. Well,
and that's okay that he does. I mean, I would, if we had major catastrophe, we had Katrina here, I was okay with, Haley Barbour asking for help and all the rest. That's good, but here's the thing. You didn't see Mississippi also developing millions and millions of dollars to fight the president at the time.
That's right, exactly. Exactly.
So it's just and here's and we'll watch this because this is where Gavin Newsom has a chance to offer up a very strong olive branch here by vetoing or not allowing that legislation to be made into law.
Right.
How did the recall come out? Have y'all heard the results of it?
Recall on
recall for Newsom recently. I mean, he's had several before that, but just recently.
I guess it didn't work since he was in Washington.
I guess not.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll keep on keeping on. And
and that's good because
we'll get it straightened out.
We just hope that you'll give us a report if the Chunky River rises. Just let us know so we can make preparations and all that good stuff.
Well, the Chunky River's rising, but the traffic light in Meehan was out yesterday. So
oh my!
I got to talk to the mayor about that.
We got to cross that red wire with a blue wire, and it'll get fixed. A little duct tape.
Y'all have a great day.
Thank you for the phone call. All right, 601-485-9191 is our talk line.
But you know what aggravates me the most?
Well,
there's a lot that
aggravates you. I know.
The Democrats sitting up there yesterday shouting into microphones, and they're having to bleep words out. And as I heard that last night, I was like, "That's hate speech." So if one side does that, that's hate speech, and then I'm like, where is your passion at for the taxpayers of this country? When it comes, because all of this stuff that they're cutting out is wasteful to the American taxpayer. Where is your passion for the everyday people of America and the waste that's happening? Oh, you're only crying about stuff that's going overseas. That just shows me you are not America first.
That's it.
Period. End of paragraph.
That's it. And this all ties, and also another reason why the Democrats are upset, because some of these jobs, what, most of the people employed by the government vote how?
Democrat. It's just the facts.
It's the machine that just keeps feeding itself, And so this is what you're seeing here, everyone, is exactly why there has been unprecedented attacks on this candidate, Donald Trump, to keep him out of office or to make his time in office miserable. Is because they see the danger that he is to their political way of life
and their gravy train.
That's the thing. And so and now he's here, one term to do it. Might as well get started. And I tell you what, I like one of the comedians on Gutfeld last night. He said, "This is like Christmas, where." Daddy's you come down and you're opening presents, and Dad says, "Wait a minute, there's another." Oh wow, we got the trimming of the fat of the government. That's great. That's a great Christmas present. Oh wait, look under the tree. There's another one. Oh, we get Gaza. Oh yeah. He keeps giving all these presents.
Yep.
I said yes. He said every morning is like Christmas, waking up with Donald Trump in charge. And the thing about, I'll say this about the all the criticism about Elon Musk, and you hear these Democrats just in their frenzy saying, "He's not elected. No one invited him to be the vice president or the president, co-president, whatever. He was not elected." Who, in the state of mind that Joe Biden was in for the last 4 years, who was running the United States of America, making policy, shaking hands, making deals, none other than a great number of unelected people.
You know what Elon Musk's salary is, right?
Zip.
Correct.
See, that's just not the American way. You're supposed to get 600 times what your job really is worth.
Or in the words of
if you're going to do that,
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, he's just the dumbest billionaire I've ever seen.
Yeah, right.
While he was making his millions and billions, you were still bartending, my friend. So,
That's, oh, have mercy.
Privilege.
Mercy.
He's privileged.
And that's what they're doing. They're grasping for every kind of slam and slander they can come up with. But the American people spoke because they were told what this president was going to do.
Yeah.
And they spoke on November 5th, saying, "I want you to do it. Go for it."
Did you see where David Axelrod, I think he was the press guy for Obama's administration, he basically said, about the all shouting about this whole Elon Musk thing and Doge and everything. He basically said that's a hill I would not want to die on. Basically, that was him telling his Democrat counterparts,
"You're idiots.
You need to stop.
Yeah,
you need to stop."
Yeah, this is.
It was like the American people, like you just said, spoke loudly, and you're gonna die on that hill. Well, I'm not going up there with you. So.
Protesting efficiency, which. And again, it goes back to the fact that they have, and they probably have constituents that are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we've been able to get on this gravy train with you, and now it's in danger. You better get up there and do something."
But it's like we've said all along about Trump in this second term. The first term, you're learning the ways of everything is going. And I don't think he had a specific, concrete plan of this is what we're going to do going ahead, because he was having to fight impeachments. He was having to fight, the Russia hoax and all this other kind of stuff. But he has had time to plan this out, and the plan is at warp speed right now. And he's been thinking about this and planning for a long time, and the plan is unfolding before our very eyes.
If the Democrats were as smart as they think they were, they would have not obstructed the last election. Let him still let him have his second term when he was still off. COVID was going on, and he was still back on his heels.
Yeah.
But no, and they would have been done with him by now. They would have been over. There would have been no more Donald Trump, because he would have served a second term, and however that would have gone, it had been over.
Sure.
But you're right. Now he's had time to think about it. He's had time to prepare, assemble the right people around him.
That's the other key.
And that is the big key.
Because if you look back at all the cabinet appointees from the first term, a lot of people that were drenched in the swamp were in key cabinet positions. And now you see the difference, these old fossils that he had. And now look at the young energy that he is bringing to Pam Bondi. I mean, my gosh, she's going to be a heck of an attorney general. Of course, Kash Patel, when he gets confirmed for FBI director, he's going to be awesome. You look at RFK, the difference he's going to make with Health and Human Services, and Tulsi Gabbard, who was a Democrat once upon a time. I mean, it's just, and the list just keeps going on and on and on here.
You talk about Trump's willingness to reach across the aisle.
Hegseth.
And it's stellar leadership. Not afraid to do things different, reach across the aisle. For example, RFK Jr., a Democrat, he finally switched to independent in the race.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, Tulsi Gabbard, there's this, and how many, and as far as him being somebody who hates women, he sure has a lot of them working for him.
Interesting.
And he always has, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Caroline Leavitt, she is a no nonsense behind the podium type of person. She does not mess around with the media. She's not going to take it from them, and she has a way of just spitting it right back at them.
Well, and smiling and making them like it at the same time.
Exactly. It's like it's
come on now, eat your vegetables. That's right. That's good for you. There you go.
Notebook time is over.
I know Brussels sprouts can be a little nasty, but you need to have them taken. There you go. Good job. Look at you, Democrats. Good. Look at you, liberal media. You're taking it. That's good. Good for you.
Yeah,
601.
Yeah, CBS.
Let's take a phone call here. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Jimmy. I got a speech for our Reverend Al Sharpton.
Okay, my man, come on with it.
Yeah, I got it. I got the speech for him now. This is the speech right here. All right, hey, y'all are bringing all these illegal immigrants in here over my people that's been out here struggling, and y'all bring these people over here to take up our money. We are not going to have that. And now we found out that y'all been giving millions to the transdikes over there in Egypt. My people could have been eating off of them millions of dollars that y'all have wasted over there. Hey, y'all have looked over my papers. We ain't going to have it, so we going to have us a boycott.
We're going to nickname you Al Sharpie. You are Al Sharpie. The Right Reverend Al Sharpie. Oh, man, that's awesome.
I mean, it's like, it's madness, man. It's really madness. I mean, Jesus, who would have thunk it? It only takes a smart man, a man that is God has given wisdom. That's what I say. Has given the wisdom to bust up this dirt car. It's a car of dirt, is what it is, and it's being busted up, and we're finding all kind of critters in there. That's what's happening. And the critters are squirming.
Oh yeah.
And I like the Republicans. A lot of them. They're kind of like like Lefty was talking about in a bar fight. You just kind of find your way to a corner and just kind of stay clear.
Yeah, let them eat each other.
Any of those that have been a part of the taking of the off the dole there, they're just kind of they can sit back over here, let this fight play out.
Yeah.
Which is smart. That's what they should do.
Man, hey, and you bring that dumb vegan there. Where did you find that dumb vegan there? I want to get me one of them.
The one that was smart enough to get that government money and create that electric car. The one that was, take advantage of the Green Deal policies that the Democrats were making.
Man, we all need us one of them, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, by the way, the
give us
Democrats liked Elon Musk. You know that, don't you? They loved Elon Musk. Electric cars, Green New Deal. He's our man. He was their poster child.
He was their poster child, doctor. Yes, sir. But now, we are divorcing him.
There you go. Yeah, they sent him packing. That's right. Good to hear you, man, on the street. We're going to jump to Fox News. Thank you for being out there.
All right, y'all take care. We're listening in.
Great call.
For communities.
The Israeli Defense Minister
Ain't never gonna give you up. That's the one thing Netanyahu said about Gaza.
The Gaza Strip.
The Gaza Strip, it'll be a paradise. We're gonna clear out the bombs. the unexploded bombs.
Our friend DJ T.
Mornings in Meridian. We're glad you're out there tuned in. Roger, along with Rob.
Morning.
On this Thursday morning, we're glad you're out there. And we want to thank people that help make this show possible. We've got some good people out there, and we appreciate you so very much. We love you guys out there. And I'm talking about the good folks like down there at Jeffrey Wilson State Farm.
Oh, folks, insurance. Jeffrey, the expert when it comes to State Farm insurance. And, folks, when you combine your home and auto insurance, we're all about saving every dollar we can nowadays. Well, you can save, on average, $889 when you combine home and auto down there at State Farm Insurance, Jeffrey Wilson. And, folks, I've always said this, too, about working with local companies. When it comes to insurance, you want your insurance agent to be so embedded in your community. Well, Jeffrey Wilson, he is at the top of that list. He's involved in so many organizations, from the Downtown Optimist Club, helping with the Pancake Jubilee, the Boys and Girls Club, of course, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and that's just a few of the things that Jeffrey is involved in. He just loves Meridian, Lauderdale County, and he is a hometown friend and your hometown insurance agent as well. So call him today about those insurance premiums and combining your home and auto or other options as well at 601-483-8253. That is 601-483-8253, or drop by and see him at 2401 Highway 39 North in Meridian and discuss it. Great community. That is Jeffrey Wilson, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Jeffrey Wilson.
Go see him. We played some Rick Astley there, 59 years old today. Happy birthday. If today is your birthday, Mike Farrell is 86, Democrat from MASH.
I like that Democrat from MASH.
He's a Democrat from MASH. Of course, Hollywood. They're all Democrats, right? All right. The late Zsa Zsa Gabor was born on this day in 1917. And
Ow! Slap!
look at hit that police officer again, Zsa Zsa.
Slap him one time. Put some steak on it.
Guns N' Roses' Axl Rose is 63 today.
Wow, we've had several members of Guns N' Roses with birthdays.
Every cake has its candles, and he's got 63 of them there. And the late Bob Marley, born in 1945 on this day, and the late Natalie Cole, born in 1950.
Wow.
I mentioned also Ronald Reagan, born on this day back in 1911, and again, the first president I ever voted for.
Have you seen the movie?
I have not yet.
You need to.
I want to see it.
Dennis Quaid does a marvelous job in that role.
I got a couple of clips I want to play if that's okay.
I could listen to President Reagan all day.
Boy, don't you know it? Here's just one little clip, and then I'm going to play the kind of the ending of his farewell speech. So I've got a couple of things here.
I want you to know that this administration is motivated by a political philosophy that sees the greatness of America in you, her people, and in your families, churches, neighborhoods, communities, the institutions that foster and nourish values like concern for others.
Wow. Making America great is the communities, the neighbors, the churches. In other words, that grassroots family bond that expands over into, that's the greatness of America. Wow. Good stuff. So here's a little bit from his closing, his last day, January 11, 1989, probably after we listened to Rick Astley sing Never Gonna Give You Up. But anyway, here's here he's saying just a few things on his farewell address.
And some things have changed. Younger parents aren't sure that an unambivalent appreciation of America is the right thing to teach modern children. And as for those who create the popular culture, well-grounded patriotism is no longer the style. Our spirit is back, but we haven't re-institutionalized it. We've got to do a better job of getting across that America is freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of enterprise, and freedom is special and rare. It's fragile. It needs production. So we've got to teach history based not on what's in fashion, but what's important. Why the Pilgrims came here, who Jimmy Doolittle was, and what those 30 seconds over Tokyo meant. You know, 4 years ago, on the 40th anniversary of D-Day, I read a letter from a young woman writing to her late father, who had fought on Omaha Beach. Her name was Lisa Zanata Hen, and she said, "We will always remember. We will never forget what the boys of Normandy did." Well, let's help her keep her word. If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are. I'm warning of an eradication of the American memory that could result ultimately in an erosion of the American spirit. Let's start with some basics. More attention to American history and a greater emphasis on civic ritual. And let me offer lesson number 1 about America. All great change in America begins at the dinner table. So tomorrow night in the kitchen, I hope the talking begins. And children, if your parents haven't been teaching you what it means to be an American, let them know and nail them on it. That would be a very American thing to do. And that's about all I have to say tonight, except for one thing. The past few days, when I've been at that window upstairs, I've thought a bit of the shining city upon a hill. The phrase comes from John Winthrop, who wrote it to describe the America he imagined. What he imagined was important because he was an early pilgrim, an early freedom man. He journeyed here on what today we'd call a little wooden boat. And like the other pilgrims, he was looking for a home that would be free. I've spoken of the shining city all my political life, but I don't know if I ever quite communicated what I saw when I said it. But in my mind, it was a tall, proud city built on rocks stronger than oceans, windswept, God-blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds living in harmony and peace. A city with ports that hummed with commerce and creativity. And if there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here. That's how I saw it and see it still. And how stands the city on this winter night? More prosperous, more secure, and happier than it was 8 years ago. But more than that, after 200 years, 2 centuries, she still stands strong and true on the granite ridge, and her glow is held steady no matter what storm. And she's still a beacon, still a magnet for all who must have freedom, for all the pilgrims from all the lost places who are hurtling through the darkness toward home. We've done our part, and as I walk off into the city streets, a final word to the men and women of the Reagan Revolution, the men and women across America who for 8 years did the work that brought America back. My friends, we did it. We weren't just marking time. We made a difference. We made the city stronger. We made the city freer. And we left her in good hands. All in all, not bad. Not bad at all. And so, goodbye. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
Interesting. That was the statesman, leader, man.
Call him on it.
Reagan. And we have seen since then how, indeed, a lot of parents didn't heed that because there was this total disregard for the importance of, proper civic learning, proper implementation of being a citizen of the United States, and it's we've seen the decline.
Sure.
That he warned. Whoops, sorry about that. We've seen the decline that he warned about, and now we're seeing somebody who, in a more dramatic way, drastic way, trying to bring this back. With many enemies in trying to do that.
Yeah, I like the way he talked about history and teaching history in our schools, and words like that were not spoken for a long time after that. So,
and that little phrase, we've brought patriotism back, but we haven't institutionalized it yet. In other words, so that whole idea of let's get it back in the schools and teach young people, the greatness of America.
Sure,
nothing else like it. It means freedom, and it's very rare.
Absolutely.
And if you keep it up, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose it.
It's like he used the words right there, fragile. You know, freedom is fragile. So
anyway, born on this day, 1911, Ronald Reagan. We're going to take a quick break, come back. I'm Roger, he's Rob. We'll take more calls on the other side.
I mean, just singing like that hurts me. Let me tell you right now. Lord.
Was Levin in that band?
What are you talking about, Mark Levin?
Was Mark Levin in that
The
band?
great one, Mark Levin. He's always yelling. Sweet child of mine. I don't even talk no right. I just talk like this. I gotta yell all the time.
Oh, it's Mornings in Meridian. Welcome back. Glad you're out there, tuned in, ready to go. Anyway, that was, Axl Rose is 63 today, so happy birthday, Axl. By the way, newsman Tom Brokaw.
Oh.
Tom Brokaw. Well, let me do it this way. Well, Tom Brokaw is 85 years old today. That's it. 85. Okay.
He was on NBC?
That's correct.
Okay. I wouldn't want to be associated with CBS right now.
Yeah, that was good.
After that thing was released yesterday. The whole 60 minutes of that interview on 60 Minutes that was taped or that was slashed and dashed or whatever, sliced and diced rather, the Kamala Harris interview. The FCC forced him to release the whole thing.
Love it.
And it was bad. It was as bad as you think it was.
I need to go back and see if I can. I'll do it before lunch. Well, I'll do it after lunch. No, I don't want to do it around any food time. Let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian, 601-485-9191. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, my experience for yesterday.
Hold on, Ruth.
About the grant.
Hold on a second, Ruth. Hold on. You've got some time here. Just hear me out. Did you like Ronald Reagan?
Excuse me?
Did you like Ronald Reagan as president?
Well, there was some positive and negative things about him. He's not high up. You know, I don't revere him the way most Republicans do, though.
Right. I kind of expected that, but I was just wondering what your take was on that.
No, John Kennedy, I'm sorry, that he was assassinated and everything. He was on the right track. But we have to remember now, even when he came on board, he was, a little bit on the conservative side, and people had to sort of do a little pushing and marching and all of that. But then when he got on board, he went full throttle with it, and I respect that. I think that people can have views and things like that, but then when you're given information and you go along and take a look at, sometimes you're making decisions out of ignorance. You just don't know what's going on. But once it's been pointed out to you, and you can see, especially when those people in Alabama put those dogs and holes and all those kids, and everybody in the world could see that. That was the turning point in everything when they were saying, "Oh my God, is this what's going on?" Do you know what I mean? So, but anyway, I'm back to Penny now. Penny was on her way to the airport. She's going to Washington D.C. But this whole idea of getting
who's
the
Penny?
brightest
Penny who? What? Penny what?
Penny Kemp. Penny Kemp.
Yeah, Penny Kemp. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
She was on her way to Jackson, to the airport, to go to Washington D.C. But I'm very serious, please, when she comes back. I want to talk to her because I'm very serious about writing these grants and a part of these foundations, and all of this money is coming in all over everywhere. If they could go to the Temple Theater downtown, you also have that Copeland Center, and you have the Highland Park over there, the Cochran Center, to try to get some money so that these people can, these various places can provide entertainment for us that we don't have to pay an arm and a leg for. I mean, because you're looking at, even if you're looking at something that only costs like $20, and then you got your family, you got children and all that, you just can't afford to do any of this stuff. It seems to me that there could be, I think they're doing that in Jackson, at those two museums there. But anyway, so that's I hope we can move forward on that, and so that we can do some things, and you don't have to pay your whole your rental money or something if you're renting to
so
go
you want entertainment for free here in Meridian.
Well, basically not free, but just depending on your income. I think it can be done.
You want ticket prices to events to be based on the person's income. In other words, if I buy a ticket to something, I'm going to have to show what my income is, so I know what I can get. I can get a cheaper ticket, or I can get more.
Well, you don't have to do. Well, I can't think that particular thing through. I'm just saying I know in various places you do get a chance to go to events.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. For example, if you even
by the way, Meridian offers a lot of. Meridian offers a lot of.
You can go to an event.
Okay, all right, I can see. One way conversation. Meridian provides a lot of free entertainment. There are a lot of things that happen downtown, and like Full Moon on 5th and things like that, where entertainers come and people can just show up on the street, bring their chairs, and hear wonderful entertainment. So there's a lot of things happening in our town that looks like the people are trying to meet exactly the need that you're talking about.
Oh yes, no, I agree. I agree with that. But I'm talking about events that are indoors. For example, when Patti LaBelle and those people come, even if you're saying I only have to pay $30 a ticket, well, if you're looking at two people going, you're looking at $60.
Yeah.
They can't afford. I'm saying they ought to be able to afford to, to enjoy that kind of entertainment also.
So let's take this out of our town and go to someplace like Biloxi and Gulfport and say to the casino owners there, should they also come up with programs so that people can come see the shows at the Beau Rivage and the places there that these entertainers are coming in?
But with the casinos, they're in business. I'm talking about these places that we have where they're basically living on grants and living on foundation money and that kind of thing. I'm not talking about people who are in business make money.
I see.
That is not what the museum is for.
Yeah.
That is not
okay.
You know what I mean?
I follow you now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's what I know. I'm just talking about that specifically. The ones who are writing grants, and they're, you're getting money from various sources and the foundations. Yes, I'm not talking about people who are out there making.
Well, you cleared it up for me, Ruth. I appreciate that.
All right. Now let me go to the other. I was telling you about the students. I was saying about that gap year where you have students. We were very upset. Well, I was a bit concerned because everybody was on Columbia University, and those students who were all of the things that happened there. And since that's my in Columbia University, I was inducted into the Golden Alumni Society in 2017 because I graduated from there at that time 50 years ago. So in terms of the Columbia University, I want to talk about that situation because... Well,
unfortunately, you only have 2 minutes, so I hope you can do it in 2 minutes.
Oh, all right. So then I can get it another time with that one.
Well, I mean, you do come in with a lot of stuff, so I'm giving you a heads up. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I hear people talking, and there's information you don't have. And what I want to say is that those students, registered students, especially in all of the Ivy League schools, they have the money, their parents do, to take a gap year, and usually after high school graduation, they don't go directly to Harvard or Yale or something like the Obama's daughter did. You go a year, and live in a country, all right, so that you can get some exposure and see what's going on in basically developing countries. And then you come back and go to school.
I think it's a great thing for people to go and experience other cultures.
No, but that's the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make.
That's great.
Or you wait until you graduate from college and before you go into grad school, you do that gap year. But the point is that these students, especially the ones at Columbia, have lived in the states where we were talking about. Palestine and those people out there. It's unfortunate that all of these people came who were not supposed to be there. Those students have lived and seen those Palestinians. They know what goes on there, regardless of what people are saying. But these other people, hung on to it and made a mess out of it. It wasn't supposed to do that. They're saying you're not, like I'm saying, the Republicans and the Democrats, in terms of the politicians, they're all lying to us, both groups. And when these students see for their own eyes, because they live in these places, that they're lying, they usually come back and do the demonstrating. They usually have all these other people hanging on.
All right. Take us into Fox News, Ruth. Say, here's Fox News now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
The second hour now of the two best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi, West Alabama. Roger, along with say hi to Mr. Robbie Atkinson.
Good morning, folks.
Man, it's good to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell you what, got your Lamar shirt on, wearing red, Nike brand.
Ball game tonight.
Ball game.
Shocker.
Wait a minute, what is it, basketball?
Baseball.
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 Baseball?
They going to be hitting the baseball.
It's February baseball?
Baseball.
Okay, well, there you go. Here's the pitch. All right, breaking ball to the outside. Okay, love it. I was a Mr. Euchre fan. Bob Euchre.
Yeah, no, that was sad to see him go.
I know it. Well, glad you're up here. And, of course, coming up in just a moment, we are going to talk with our dear lady from the world of flowers.
There you go.
Her name is actually kind of flowery when you think about it. Aubrey Flory.
Yeah.
Flory Flower. Yeah, it's cool. I'm going to talk to her in just a minute, but first we want to thank sponsors, people that help make this show possible. But we appreciate the folks at Martin Roofing.
Absolutely. Martin Roofing has been doing roofing right for 30-plus years. Of course, they're locally owned and operated, licensed right here in the state, and they take pride in standing behind their work from start all the way through cleanup. It's amazing the job that they do, putting those roofs on homes all over Meridian, Lauderdale County, and beyond. Of course, they got all the applications like shingle, metal, rubber, commercial roofing, and they stand behind everything they do. And, of course, you can give them a call today at 601-485-5920, and they'll give you a free estimate and spec for any damage. And, boy, I tell you what, Doug Martin Jr. does a great job, gives the measurements down to Stacy, and, of course, they'll give you some good options there, and the crew will come out there and put you a new roof on and do everything to get it cleaned up for you as well. Members of the Better Business Bureau, and call them today at 601-485-5920. They got about as many signs as the mayoral candidates have right now out there in Meridian. 601-485-5920. So not as many as the coroner candidates from a year or so ago, but they're getting there.
And if I'm remembering correctly, I think that the Martin account is one that I inherited from Aubrey Flory when she was a
look at that
account rep here with us. So let's bring to the microphone. Here she is. She was part of our team for many years. We're glad to have her here. She's an entrepreneur now. She went into business for herself because she realized that the best person to work for is yourself. So here she is, her own boss, Aubrey Flory.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Good morning. Good to see you.
morning.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, how's the flower business?
The flower business is great. It's been old homecoming week this week. I've seen Larry T twice. Billy Jack came in.
Billy
and
Jack.
I got to see you today. So
Well, there you go. That's a good reminder. I better get on it.
I love my radio family.
Billy Jack down there at the flower shop. Huh?
Well, I'm glad that he needs to stop in. We need to have a Billy Jack back day. Some sort of a throwback.
It's Friday tomorrow.
Hey,
Give him a call.
Well, it's always a pleasure to be here with y'all, and I miss my radio family. We
radio
enjoyed it
family
for many years, so I'm always glad to come back. But I'm here to push some flowers.
You were, you know, it was funny because I thought about you whenever there was this big ruckus with Colombia. They were talking about the cost of flowers going up because of the tariffs and Trump's going to ruin the country and all the rest. And I'm thinking, I know you've told me off air that flowers are expensive no matter where they come from.
That's correct.
So tell me, where do you get most of your wonderful flowers?
We work with wonderful vendors, and we try to get as much as we can in the States, from the States. And California is a huge producer. We do get a lot from Florida, but a lot of those are being imported in. So, it's a challenge. And it's always a challenge with California. They have an issue out there, but it is our largest agricultural state.
Takes
in the
water
union.
to grow flowers.
It does. It does.
That's why
I was going to ask how the fire. We were talking about that off air a few minutes ago. The fires, that's really affected a lot out there, obviously.
It has, and I want you to know, this is something we prepare for way in advance as far as Valentine goes. But we've had to make some changes, and our vendors are working with us and helping us, and we've got a lot of networking that we are involved in personally in my store. We've got some wonderful reps out in California that we have talked to, and if the smoke doesn't get them and the fire doesn't get them, the water is definitely an issue. These farmers are just like us. I've talked to them on the phone. I've seen their families. I mean, we have wonderful relationships with them, and they are hard-working American people, and they are producing wonderful products out of that state. It's unfortunate that they are having to follow guidelines that none of us could really imagine, just to grow the things that are needed. But
I remember when I was out there in 2018, and I was talking to an almond grower, and almond, I guess you say it. That's the way they say it out there.
Yeah,
Almonds.
tomato.
I know it, but they were talking about the politics of water back then. It's like, why would you not take care of your agriculture?
right. Well, these farmers have to purchase their water from the state, a lot of them, and depending on where they're located. And it's been interesting to watch. But I will tell you right now, we have flowers coming. Flowers are coming.
Flowers are coming.
They are coming. They will be here next week, and we get flowers. We have a standing order that comes every week, and we certainly have, we add to that as we need to. And we have seen changes since COVID. I hate to say that word continuously, but since then things have changed a lot. And I don't think it matters what industry you're in. You've seen that, and you have to roll with it, and you have to learn about your industry, and you have to make those contacts and those connections. It's been really rewarding for me to be able to see, something like a meltdown as far as tariffs and all those kind of things, and then see, wait a minute, this, let's regroup here and see really what's going on. We know everything's gone up, and we know that things are expensive, and there's going to be a little adjusting on this, but at the same time, we are known for quality, and that's why I'm so involved with who we're getting our flowers from and where. Because we want good quality flowers, and we want to be able, when you come into my store, you're getting something custom made with a shelf value, a life on it that is going to stay longer than what you would get, just walking into a grocery store or something like that, because these are quality flowers, and we work very closely with our vendors and farmers to make sure that what we're getting is a good product.
And I always enjoy the fact that you're a phone call away. Just Aubrey, this is what I need. Can you handle it? Of course, it's a stupid question. Of course you can, and she gets it done for us. So that's good. Well, and a good thing right now, your flowers. It's a good thing you're not an egg producer right now. You're not an egg supplier. That's a little different business. But Valentine's Day is coming. It's that, and what would you say was Mother's Day be your next biggest flower day?
Mother's Day's next, and we do Easter, and then we get into prom season and wedding season and all of those things. So, by January we're looking at a good 7-month run of a lot of things that require us to be prepared. But Valentine's is the biggest day. That's that's the biggest flower day, and I want people to understand. Flowers, they're going to die. But they are beautiful, and they make people happy. And the guys that deliver for us have the best job, because when you take a flower arrangement to someone who is sick or is hurting or is celebrating or is not even thinking they're being thought of, I mean, it's just amazing what they do. It's therapy. We talk about therapy dogs and all the others. Let me tell you something. You put some pretty flowers on somebody's desk, and it's gonna sweeten their disposition a little bit.
And you want somebody intelligent like Aubrey doing this, because if you're calling in, you're getting flowers for your wife and your girlfriend. She's got to make sure the cards. She's got to make sure the cards are correct.
Cards are correct, but the price goes up.
That's how that works.
There you go.
We do have a moral obligation.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
But no, we protect our clients, even in sympathy. What happens at the florist, I always say, stays at the florist.
Never thought of it that way.
We want to. You're talking about a lot of emotion there.
Oh, yeah.
So, we try to do that. I laugh. I've got friends that say, well, I'm going to go see Aubrey. It's a therapy session,
We've got some flowers. I need some help.
Exactly.
But it is such a blessing. And what we do in serving our community is just, I can't put a value on.
And of course, funerals too.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big thing as well, right?
And it is our ministry. We want, I'm trying to figure out how we can get World of Flowers as a NGO under USAID. So, we spread love. I mean, how do we?
I don't see why you should be excluded. Based on some of the numbers we've seen come in from Washington.
We need to call Elon
Call Elin.
Well, we spread love. We spread love. We spread joy. We try to make people feel like they're special. And Valentine's Day is a great day to do that. And we are really excited about it. We've got a great team. We've got wonderful products coming in. And everything's custom made. And you don't just have to do a dozen roses. You know, just tell us what she likes, what colors she likes. And we make everything custom. You're not going to order something and see that what you're getting is the same thing your best friend got. You know, I mean, I think that's what, sets us apart as far as art and also nature.
Because a lot of guys will go in there like, I'm just going to do roses. Well,
and that's great.
That's fine, but, I've always been the mindset of be a little creative with it. Put your special touch on it with hers and,
There you go.
And we love to do that.
Yeah.
And, but roses are great. They are the sign of love.
Oh, it's the
especially
traditional.
On Valentine's Day, which is a week from tomorrow.
See, like for example, I'm just saying, using his suggestion as an example. We have a friend in the studio named Tuscaloosa Ted, and he would, of course, want flowers sent to his ex-wife wrapped in, Alabama, crimson.
Darn right.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa Ted, have you ever sent flowers to anybody?
You'll be surprised.
We can accommodate that. We have a lot of different things that we can accommodate, people's interests with, whether it be ribbon or colors and flowers and, extra little things that we add. So.
Colors for every sports fan out there.
There you go.
Love it. Well, we're going to be giving away in just a little bit a dozen roses to somebody who, you don't have to say to your loved one that you won them. You'll have the, as you said, we'll keep, unless your loved one's listening, we'll keep it a secret.
That's right.
There you go.
And we'll announce it several times. The congratulations to the winner. And we always ask that if you have won before, please, hold back and let somebody else have a chance today. That would be wonderful.
Don't be a prize pig.
Don't be a Well, I couldn't have said that much better. But that's coming up in just a little bit. We'll give the phone number, and we'll give you the signal. We'll give you the signal when it's time to do that.
Well, we've been doing, I'll have owned those stores 6 years.
6
in
years.
March. So we've been doing this for 6 years, and I love this tradition of getting to come on and one of your loyal listeners getting to be a part of Valentine's Day with us and with you.
That's a great idea. And, of course, we'll offer that up in just a little bit. But other than that, now, how's the family? I mean, we're going to do a little visiting here. I mean, are you, you're like a grandmother several times now?
Well, I have twin grandchildren.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
So I have 2 grandchildren now that are 5.
Look at you.
They were born a pound apiece.
Mm.
And
that's right.
in Nashville,
yes.
they were premature, about 15 weeks premature, and they are wonderful little boy named Milo and a little girl named Ivy.
Whoa,
Like that.
And
Look at
they
that.
are just they're my favorite 2 people in the world. I never knew why my grandmother loved my sister and I so much. Well, now I know.
Now you
had
know
them.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we've had a real blessing, and they are just healthy as can be, and all my children are grown. I've had 5 children come through my house. I have 3. My husband has 2, and we're a very functioning blended family.
Does Aubrey look like somebody with grown children? Tell you. That's all.
I'm just glad we made it through, and I'm praying for those who are starting out.
We made it through the rain.
Made it through.
Yeah.
But they're all good, and my husband's good. He's looking forward to coming in and helping, and my son will be here to help us. So,
Oh, good.
we have a great team, and it is a family business and a family run organization, and we look forward to that continuing.
Well, very good then. That's good. Just give a shout out to the fam for us, and let them. We're glad that things are going well, and appreciate what you do for the community. And we just hope that folks will just know that right there on 23rd Avenue, right across from Anderson. Well, it's Anderson Baptist Anderson Hospital.
Right.
Is the World of Flowers.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
We're in the old Marshall Florist building, which is just such a gift and a wonderful building. It was made for exactly what we do.
Oh, perfect.
And, we love it there. So anytime. And like I said, call us, let us know if we can help you in any way with anything related to flowers. We look forward to doing that and serving you.
I'm sure you have a page, web page.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that
We
webpage.
do.
Yeah.
We have a new website. It's worldoflowers.net. It is just so user friendly. We've got a lot of our pictures on there. We have a gallery there that you can look and see some of the events we've done. And then there's just, some shop photos that are there to give you an idea. A lot of people don't know flowers. They don't know, anything over the phone. We take phone calls all the time, and we love that. And a lot of our customers are regulars, so we know what to do. But as far as the website goes, it's just stuff that we have every day, and also some things that we're pushing out for Valentine's that'll be beautiful. And it's a very user-friendly website now, which we're thrilled about. And it has all of our information, our background, our history, and just a lot of good things that you can find there.
Looking at it right now.
Look
pretty.
at there. Yeah,
Very
plenty
pretty.
and so people could actually, you say you try to make things custom, but they could look at a picture and say, "Hey, can you make that for me?"
Absolutely, and they can order it online. And
check it out.
We're ready.
Perfect.
We're up and running.
Up and running. Well, I tell you what, there's some listeners out there that are hoping they can probably be the person to win. Don't call yet. I haven't said to call yet. Not yet.
Settle
Hold
down.
on there. But World of Flowers is kindly offering up to one of our listeners, one of our lucky listeners, a dozen roses. Any specific color? Or can they choose the color?
It's going to be a dozen red roses.
It's going to be a
for
dozen red
Valentine's
roses
Day.
for Valentine's Day. So, Rob, I think I'm just going to do it now. The first caller now to call 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. And again, we do ask that if you have won before, if you'll just hold back and give somebody else a chance, that would just be great. So here we go. Hey, I saw our first line there. Boom. Here we go. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Let me turn my radio down.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I know that voice.
Oh, my word. This is just too much now. This is too much.
Aubrey, how long have you been doing this giveaway?
This is year number.
said about 6 years? You
Well,
said 5 years?
5 years. We'll have owned the store in 6 years
Five.
in March.
Okay, year number 5. Okay, I have been trying for 5 years to win the
Ooh.
roses for Valentine's Day,
Well, I'm so glad.
and I have
you-
finally succeeded.
Look at you. Well,
That is wonderful.
and of course, this is the person who is the only person who married his bride on the air right here on our
I
station.
was going to say, how's he going to keep this a secret?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she's actually sitting on the couch right here beside my desk.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So she knows. But anyway, I
You're
have 3
laughing.
lines, actually. I was dialing with 3 lines trying to get in.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
wow.
Jeez, he was serious about it.
He really wants these flowers
He
this year.
really does. Well, Zane, congratulations. After 5 years of see, this is a good lesson. Whatever, folks, don't give up.
That's
Don't
it.
give up. Always
Don't give
persevere.
up.
That's it. Zane, I'm happy you got them, man.
I am ecstatic that I got him, and I know Ann is.
Good. That's good.
Now, since you're in such a good mood, we'd like for you to come look at a couple of things at our office. We'll do some logo work for us.
Well, I saw something the other day, and I'm like, they have updated their logo, and I got to go in there and take that removable stuff off the wall.
Yeah, actually, we do need some work in the studio.
Well, we can get it.
I know you can.
But that's
I want
fantastic.
my roses first.
There you
I
go.
get my roses.
Right, we'll get the roses, then we'll talk. But that's great, and truly, as you saw, that was the first line that lit up. So
That's right.
you are the winner, sir. You had those 3
Well,
lines paid off.
Like I say, I had 3 lines trying to hit it.
There you go, Zane. Well, I've got you listed, and you are welcome to pick these up on Friday, Valentine's Day. I'll have them ready for you at 1525 23rd Avenue.
Thank you very much, Aubrey, and you always do beautiful work down there.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and we look
You
forward
guys-
to seeing you.
You guys have a wonderful day, and take care.
All
You
right.
too.
Hi to Ann for us. Okay, there you go. Well,
that's
congratulations. That didn't take long, did it?
No.
But that's good. That's always fun to do, and
It's always fun.
it's interesting. Yeah, he's. I remember now. He's commented before when he didn't quite win out. He was like, "Oh man, I didn't get it," but he's got it now. So
Well, that's good. I'm glad he held out, buddy. That's talking about that's loyalty.
that is.
You know, call
Well,
in, call in. But
so-
one of the things I do want to mention is that we if you are needing flowers, call us. 601-482-1767. We deliver throughout Lauderdale County.
That number again?
601-482-1767, or you can go to worldoflowers.net and place your order online. We're open from 9 till 4:30, and we are getting ready for Valentine's Day.
Don't wait till the last minute, folks. Get your order in for Valentine's Day.
That's it.
Aubrey Flory, so good to have you here,
Always
and
good to be here.
bless you and your business, and we'll see you Mother's Day.
That sounds good. Y'all have a good day.
Dozen roses, 10 more miles on his 4-day run, a few more songs.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump speaks at the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington this morning, first addressing members of Congress at the Capitol.
From the earliest days of our republic, faith in God has always been the ultimate source of the strength that beats in the hearts of our nation. We have to bring religion back.
The tradition started with President Eisenhower in 1953. Elon Musk's Doge cost-cutting teams given access to Centers for Medicare and Medicaid payment systems.
The Treasury Department says the Department of Government Efficiency's access to the CMS system is read-only. Democrats on the Senate Intelligence Committee have sent a letter to Trump's chief of staff asking what security precautions have been taken to prevent leaks by Doge staff. They cited a national security risk, saying that such information would be highly valuable to Russia, China, Iran, and other nations.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. America's listening to Fox News.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Last year's Kansas City Chiefs victory over the San Francisco 49ers was the most watched Super Bowl of all time, and this year's game has a chance to top it, according to NFL Chief Media and Business Officer Brian Rolap. Last year, CBS Sports coverage of Super Bowl 58 delivered a record audience of more than 123 million average viewers across all platforms. Crayola is bringing a collection of 8 nostalgic fan-favorite crayon colors, but of retirement by popular demand for the first time in 122-year history. Returning colors include dandelion, blizzard blue, lemon yellow, and orange red. Workday is cutting about 1,750 jobs, or 8.5% of its workforce. Workday CEO Carl Eschenbach said the layoffs are necessary for ongoing growth efforts at the company, including a particular focus on artificial intelligence. Futures are slightly higher. That's Your Money Now.
You've looked everywhere, asked around, and still haven't found the career or position which interests you. Well, there's another way. The Governor's Job Fair, February 6th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Frank Cochran Center in Meridian. Bring your resume and dress for success, because employers will be on hand. Your search could be over with the help of the Governor's Job Fair on February 6th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Frank Cochran Center in Meridian. This event is co-sponsored by Meridian Media Group.
Did you hear the news?
Hey, did you hear what happened? Hey, did you see what happened?
There's enough misinformation and unsolicited news out there. Queen City Newsfeed is the trusted, accurate, and unbiased local news source for East Mississippi and West Alabama. So tune out the hearsay and tune in to Queen City Newsfeed. Find and like them on Facebook and bookmark queencitynewsfeed.com. Accurate and unbiased reporting straight from the heart of our community.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Driving home, let Joe Pags ride shotgun. Weekdays at 5 on Meridian's News Talk 102.1 WALT.
All right, happy birthday to Bob. Well, the late Bob Marley, born on this day back in 1945. Hey, you relaxed over there, Rob?
Yeah, man.
Okay. We're glad you're out there tuned in. I'm Roger. He's Rob. And thank you for Aubrey Flory coming by and giving away some flowers. Congratulations to Zane. Well, actually, congratulations to Ann for
I'm about to say, yeah.
for keeping for keeping Zane for us, and I'm glad she won some flowers as a
There you
result.
go.
All right,
Spreading the love.
spreading the love. Speaking of spreading the love, there's a place where you can go and get your windshield fixed because it's going to happen. There's going to be a rock that's going to fly up on your windshield.
Yep.
And it's going to make a peck, and that peck is maybe not so much of a problem. You can still see it's over to the right, so no big deal. But just what happens with these pecks, they oftentimes turn into a crack, and they spread across the entire windshield. Better to fix them quick than let them go.
Absolutely.
So I would say go to A&A Glass. Adam Carmichael and Adam McCree, they have what you need to keep seeing out your windshield without obstruction.
And, of course, we know where they're located at.
They're on the corner of C Street and 22nd Avenue.
217 22nd Avenue. Or as the cool kids say,
Sheila Ward. No, I knew you'd do it.
I knew it.
I knew you'd do it.
Yeah, Adam Carmichael, Adam McCree. I've dealt with them several times. Good folks down there, and a lot of people always like, oh gosh, the insurance process is going to be a headache. Nope, it's easy as it can be.
My wife just had her windshield fixed down there, by the way.
So easy to do down there, and of course the staff is amazing, and they'll get you out of there pretty fast as well. Got good looking T-shirts for sale there inside the shop as well. So go by and see them there on 22nd Avenue, a couple of doors down from the Children's Museum, or call ahead at 601-693-GLASS. That is 601-693-4527. They're open right now till 4 o'clock. Go by and see them. Adam Carmichael, Adam McCree.
It's mornings in Meridian, so let's take a phone call here. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
Good morning, Roger and Rob. How are you today?
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
The mayor of Sucalina, Mississippi. How you doing, Brother Benny?
I'm doing great. I just think that's two hard acts to follow. Ronald Reagan and Ruth.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You
All right.
notice one thing I noticed, that typical attitude of Democrats, what can you give me? They want free tickets to see these theaters. Well, these shows they put on Riley Center and the Temple Theater, they have a cost incurred. And most of the time, if they break even, they do good. But yet she wants free tickets. Now, what's next? Well, let's give them a round trip ticket to French Riviera. If they deserve it because they don't work, they live on welfare from the cradle to the grave. So the Democrat wants to give me, not what you can do, I can do for you, but what you get to do for me. Get a job if you want to do things like that. Go to work like those hard-working people have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, that brings me to thinking about Joe Biden.
Yes.
I think he will go down in the annals of history as the most famous president we've ever had for being on the tape, and his whole family. He had 50 years to learn how to steal from the people and the government. And I think that they say $30 million. I bet that's just the iceberg. How much has he got in Swiss bank accounts and things? I just wonder.
Well,
But,
we will never know.
Yeah. And it's just typical Democrat. Give me, or I'll take it. But anyway, one other thing I'll mention, and that's Saturday night, the VFW Post 79.
Kilroy was here.
The first 10 people that say Kilroy was here get in free.
Oh, man, that sounds like a deal. That's VFW Post 79, is that right?
That's it, and don't forget now.
That's right there on Highway 80 West, just right behind the Dulaney Center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we're located. So
good deal.
Don't tell anybody, but that's a secret word.
The secret word right there. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh, well, that's enough foolishness. It's not fun Friday, but we'll make up for it tomorrow. So I hope everyone has a great day.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Benny. Gosh, always good to hear from Benny.
Love it.
Oh, don't you, though? We're glad to be out there. We're glad you're out there. We're glad to be here for you. Our number here is 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. Put you right here with us.
He's still going. Man.
You know,
he's going to talk all day.
Rob is looking at the screen here in the studio, and Donald Trump's still talking at the
National Prayer
Breakfast. I wonder if does he think he's at a campaign rally? Is that what's happening up there? Because he always goes into rally mode when he's up front of a crowd there.
Because the problem is, if you're on his staff, you're like, Mr. President, I'm talking, you will be quiet. Oh, excuse me.
Right.
Excuse me.
I have the puppet.
you will go make you stop it now.
Anyway.
Yeah, a quote from the speech this morning. I had it right in front of me a second ago. You got to love the internet sometimes. Let's see. Quote from the speech. He said, in 2 weeks, they're saying that we've done more than just about any president ever. They say the first 2 weeks have been the most successful of any presidency. Now all we have to do is keep it going for another couple of 100 weeks. Trump went on to say, he said, did you see what happened? They found millions of dollars given to newspapers and I guess Politico. They gave money out of U.S. aid. It had nothing to do with anything, but we're catching them. We're catching them to a point where they don't know what the heck is going on. They can't believe what's going on. Elon Musk is helping us, and he's pretty good at it. The numbers are astounding. So, but yeah, a lot of...
He wasn't elected. He wasn't elected.
Let's take a phone call here at Mornings in Meridian, 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Hey,
Wolf. What's up?
Guys, do y'all feel like you're watching the last 10 minutes of The Wizard of Oz?
Don't look at the man behind the curtain.
No, there's nobody back there.
Don't pay attention to the guy talking at the machine. He has nothing to do with all of this.
No thing to see here.
So I'm absolutely blown away at how many idiots there are in Washington on the Democrat side that don't understand how it works, because to my knowledge, 99.9% of everything he's canceled was put in place with an executive order.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job.
So he does have the legal right.
It is legal, and that bald-headed congresswoman can say, that's right. But that's okay. It's nice to see a liberal meltdown. That shows anytime you see a liberal melting down, it shows you're doing something right.
Well, but they don't realize that exposing themselves by losing that they're just going to make other people wake up and go, oh my God, why did I ever vote for these fools? And I can't thank them enough for behaving the way they do.
There you have it.
That's enough of me.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
that one's been taken. Yeah. You get your little wolf howl, so that's good. We like that. And
I can't say great day.
You can come up with something unique for yourself there. Something like let's see.
On the call, on the intro.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Okay. You could say, let's see, what would something a wolf would say when they sign off?
Well, I'm going to tell you what my mother would say.
All right.
Love you, bye.
There you go. Love you, bye. All right.
You're going to love this one. I just had this come across the news wire.
Okay.
You mentioned Ronald Reagan's birthday would have been today.
That's right. It is today. Yeah.
Ronald Reagan's portrait now hangs in the Oval Office.
Oh!
Donald Trump is honoring his legacy by putting this portrait in the Oval Office.
Love it, love it,
They
love
just
it.
unveiled it a while ago. So
Can't get enough of it.
I mean, that's pretty cool. So
It's a great honor for his birthday to put his picture. How would he announce that?
it's just wonderful to have President Reagan's portrait in the Oval Office where it should have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a big, beautiful picture.
Picture. He was good for our country. I want to be good for our country.
It's wonderful.
Oh, man. There's going to be a lot of Trump impersonations coming down the line here. Let's take a phone call. Mornings in Meridian, 601-485-9191. Good morning.
All right, Jim, I don't usually do this. I try to let everybody else get a chance.
Oh, glad you're back, man. Glad you're back, man on the street.
I wanted to answer Miss Ruth's question about that subsidizing some of those tickets, even to our museums and different things. The reason we can't do that because all our money is going to nonsense with U.S. aid.
Oh!
I like that idea. That you got them students that can't afford some things, something like that. That would be a great help to them if some of that money that they were going to send over there would be here in the United States for our students.
Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking about something as a taxpayer in the state of Mississippi, and some of these grants that I'm sure these institutions get are probably government grants from my tax dollars. Why don't I get a break since I'm the one that contributed to start with?
Aha.
Right, give you a break, and even some of our students add another $1,000 to theirs. Because, Roger, I know for a fact, when I was in school, we had a field trip that I couldn't afford to go on, and this was in the 60s.
Oh,
So,
no.
How much that money was going to USA then?
You should have been you should have been able to go on that field trip. Do you remember where it was to?
It was. I think it was to the bakery, to the when we had Sunbeam Bakery over there on the interstate.
Right. Yeah.
I couldn't afford to go to the field trip.
They certainly weren't charging people to go on a field trip.
Man, and here I am. I tried to be a serving in the military and couldn't afford to go on a local field trip, huh? Hey, I guess the Saudis or whoever was over there, they was getting something else with our money, and I couldn't use it here local.
Yeah. And some of
I
the things.
just wanted to say that because
go ahead.
I understand what you're saying and on that part because help our students out where we can.
Yeah.
It's our, like I say, it's our money. Help our people.
There it is. Well, sir.
All right, Jim.
Good call.
Time this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Good call there, man on the street. Thanks for being out there. Appreciate it so much. So, he's kind of recounting what they've done there. He's kind of going through the list of what they're doing there at the prayer breakfast, isn't he?
Yeah, he basically is going through everything this morning. What's amazing about this USAID stuff, I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the outer surface. There's probably more and more and more.
There's a lot of people. A lot of people on the left ain't gonna like him.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. They don't like him.
And guess
what? Oh,
what?
wait a minute. They've made up things and fought him for 7 years. Okay, 8 years. Yeah.
And as far as Elon Musk goes, he don't care.
I love it. All right, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back. Stay with us. The Richie McDonald from Lone Star. He's been to the Riley Center, 63 years old today.
Did you have to pay for that ticket?
I paid for that. Well, my wife paid for it. That's
because she always puts the tickets on the.
She pays for it. She gets them in the mail. She puts them on the door to remind us of the program.
Hey, reminder! This is coming up this week.
But I liked it when we had Richie McDonald. That was good. Good music there.
I was just thinking about the president just finished speaking at the National Prayer Breakfast. It would have been funny. It's like, sir, would you like some Belgian waffles? Why are they Belgium? They should be American waffles. I do not understand this.
We're now going to serve not French toast at the White House. It's going to be American toast.
and it came through the waters of the Gulf of America. Which, by the way, speaking of that,
tell this story. Yes.
Laura Trump put this on X yesterday. She was flying on a JetBlue airliner, and things got a little shaky on the plane. A little turbulence or whatever. And the pilot comes over the intercom and says, "Sorry, folks, we're experiencing a little rough patch here as we fly over the Gulf of America." Even a pilot on JetBlue called it the Gulf of America.
I'm trying to imagine her flying on a private airplane, but I guess she does. I mean, I guess you got to do that.
Look at a Trump flying on a commercial airliner. But yeah, that's what the pilot says. Sorry for we're hitting a couple rough patches over the Gulf of America right now. I'm like, that's funny.
Gulf of America. There we go.
Have they changed it on the map yet?
No, I don't think so.
Google said they were going to do that.
It wasn't the last time I saw. They still the Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, we're glad you're out there. Let's take a phone call. Good morning. Welcome to our show.
MAGA morning, true American patriots.
Here we go.
We need to have a Department of Flood Control created for all the tears the demon cats are crying. I love it.
Is that something that
in your anguish?
We can't let FEMA handle it. They won't be able to handle a flood here.
Once Trump builds a new FEMA, they'll be able to. But the old one, because we're advocating for spending money not on Americans. It's Americans' money, but Lord, we can't do that. We got to spend it on illegal alien criminal invaders and all these other giveaway programs. But
hey, here's one for you, Haz. Here's one for you. Mr. President, can we get some money to help rebuild Southern California from these fires? Oh, by the way, our state is pledging $50 million to try to fight your policies and protect our illegals.
Wish the best.
That's
Goodbye.
Right. And President Trump should refer them to his department that covers that. Go to our Secretary, Miss Helen Hunt. Go to Helen Hunt. No. But all you people that want something for nothing and you're special and you're entitled and you want to live your life on somebody else's dime, the teat has run dry. America, America, America. God bless America and Donald Trump. And do it the American way. Work for what you want. Obey the law, and everything will work out good. But there's just way too much waste and fraud and abuse in the government and in the system. And that is American taxpayer money. It needs to be spent on Americans, real Americans that are benefiting this country. And I hope that one of the first things Trump does is revamp the VA and get some help for people that have defended this country and wore the uniform proudly of this nation. They need to be priority one. This other Mickey Mouse, take a number and wait. And I hope Musk goes through the welfare system, every program that the government got. I hope he goes through every one of them.
But he wasn't elected.
Well, I don't care if he was handed down from on high. He's a man for the job. That's the reason they're squalling, because their little pipe dream sitting around every day whining and bitching about how bad America is on somebody else's dime.
Woo, preach it.
Over. It's over.
There you go. All right.
So get up and stand up and be an American or get gone. Go to some country that'll feed you like a damn pet for the rest of your life. Yeah, because worthless, too sorry to get up and work. Roger that.
All right.
Yeah, we have.
Woo!
I got a Democrat dog at home. Sits around, waits for me to feed it. Yeah. Well, my wife feeds it, actually. My wife does everything.
It's like I said earlier. Why are they not crying and squalling about? It's like, I can't believe we're doing this to the American taxpayers. No, you'll never hear that.
No,
you'll never hear that. So.
Anyway,
you're off the gravy train. That's what I keep saying. You're off the gravy train.
How are we going to get money to these transvestite celebrations?
And also, too, we're talking about this DEI stuff and the LGBT stuff overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Gave money to terrorist organizations. It's in writing through the U.S. aid that we were giving money to terrorist organizations. Your tax-paying dollars were going to fund these folks. I mean,
well,
come on now.
The delusionment was that the Democrats did somehow think that they could and a lot of this has been built up through the years. I mean,
oh yeah, of course.
Go back to Bill Clinton, where he said, he just cares about what if the people don't care about it, then he can do it. And that's why the Democrats operate. It's like if the people aren't calling them on it, they can do whatever they want. So,
but like I said, I think this goes a lot deeper than just what we've seen. These pages the last 2 or 3 days. I think it goes a lot deeper than this. So.
All right, got time for 1 minute. Caller, go ahead. 1 minute, please.
Hey, good morning.
Yes.
You know what's the nicest part about Donald Trump being president is, well, I no longer identify as a doormat.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. That's a good end to the show today. Very good. Appreciate that.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
I am not a doormat anymore.
I no longer identify as a doormat. Oh, mercy. Well, let's see. We've got one more show this week. It'll be tomorrow. And, of course,
Fun Friday.
We'll be here. So we want you folks to be there and enjoy it with us. Let's see. We can talk. Well, we'll give a report, see how the prayer breakfast actually went. That was a good quote he had there from it. And we'll see what other things that the president stirs up today.
This thing is going 100 miles per hour, and we're just trying to hang on.
But, Rob, here's the reality.
Yeah.
People in Mississippi, think about it. This kind of fat is also on the state levels.
You darn right it is.
There are jobs that could be given up on the state level.
Yeah, amen to that.
It's not just a federal deal. Mornings in Meridian, we're going to get out of here. Stay tuned for Glenn Beck coming around the corner. He peeked through the window and said, get out of his seat, so I got to move. And we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, folks.
Remember, God bless and...
Bye, local.
Please.